you struggling to grow your business and channel with YouTube Shorts? There is nothing worse than spending time on a video, hitting posts, and then hearing crickets. And so today, as a YouTube coach and channel manager, I'm gonna share the 5 most common mistakes that I see new YouTubers make so you can scale your channel faster and make a bigger impact. What's up, it's Danie, your guide to authentic video. If you haven't yet, grab my YouTube Shorts checklist, I got you, and you can learn how to work with me by clicking up above or down below. The first common YouTube Shorts mistake that you need to avoid is repurposing trending TikToks and Reels onto Shorts. But why? We want content that lasts in YouTube's algorithm for years, and trends, they don't do that. They trend, right, for a certain season. As an entrepreneur and business owner, educational content is king on YouTube for your channel in order for people to see you as a thought leader in your niche and someone that they're wanting to hire or look to for tips and advice. If you're mainly posting trending audios and trending videos, it's going to be much harder for people to see you as that thought leader and educator. I'm going to share an example from my own content strategy of the power of educational content. So a few months back, I decided I wasn't going to do as many trends on Instagram Reels anymore, and I was going to mainly focus on creating educational YouTube Shorts that are answering the frequently asked questions of my target audience. Now, these videos then were really easy to repurpose and also post on Instagram and on TikTok. And I will tell you, the amount of strategy calls of people wanting to then work with me tripled. Why? Because people weren't confused at what I offered. They weren't seeing me as just this fun influencer. They were seeing me as an educator that could help take them where they wanted to go in terms of YouTube. And what's beautiful about educational content is when you're answering the frequently asked questions of people in your niche, these videos then can more easily show up in YouTube's search engine for months and even years. I have videos from earlier on this year that are still showing up in the search engine. The second common YouTube Shorts mistake to avoid is wrong formatting. I can't tell you how often I see people create shorts that are really good, but it just misses that mark and doesn't look as professional because they didn't take the time to correctly format their videos. So if you're gonna add captions or subtitles to your videos, make sure you put them in this area. See how there are certain buttons and captions and descriptions that are going to cover the short. Make sure you don't have text there. It's going to look off to people. And anytime people feel like something looks a little off or isn't as easy to read, it's gonna force their thumb to scroll up and onto the next video, and we don't want that. So take the time to make sure you're formatting things correctly. Also, you are going to use the green screen function and show screenshots of what you're talking about. And we know if you watch this on the types of YouTube Shorts that get views, then you know people love the green screen function. There's something about it that entices people to be like, ooh, what are they showing behind them? It adds that little something something, but often if you directly take a screenshot into the green screen function, it's gonna cut off. So take the extra time to go into a software like Canva and make it a bit smaller so that the edges don't cut off and people can easily read it and follow along with the tutorial. Doing these little extra things in your videos makes such a big difference. It also shows your community hey, I care about you. I'm putting in the extra work to make this as best as I possibly can. And while nothing's ever gonna be perfect, and for my perfectionists out there, remember, done is better than perfect, but we do wanna make sure that we're providing high quality content and we're doing the little extra things because they do add up and they make a difference to our community. The third YouTube mistake that I see to avoid is rambling and lack of structure. And let me tell you, this is one of the most detrimental things that I see for people who have really low shorts views. It's almost always that they have a poor structure and rambling. I see so many people get on shorts with a wealth of knowledge, but they share too much information, and that does 2 things. 1, it confuses your audience, and then 2, it lowers your audience retention time. And let me tell you, audience watch time is everything on YouTube. YouTube's sole goal is to keep you on their platform for as long as they possibly can. So if they notice that people are quickly swiping past your short, they're not gonna push it out to other people. So it's really important that your shorts have a solid structure, and that structure is a clear hook and a condensed body and an optional call to action. Let's break that down. A good YouTube short always has a hook, and I tell my clients you wanna think of having a pain point to the desired outcome of your ideal audience. A good template that you can use for this is, are you struggling with and insert your audience's pain point? Today, I'm going to share how to and insert your audience's desired outcome. Literally, to see this in action, you can go and watch the intro again of this video. Now, after a clear hook, you need to have a condensed body, and it's so important that you don't talk about all the things, just talk about the main one thing. And if you're gonna have a couple points, I'd say keep it to be 3 or less. If you're sharing more points than that, the video is gonna be really long, and I found that generally shorts that are in like the 20 to 40-second range do better than ones that are closer to the 60-second mark. I personally script out all of my shorts, and while I don't read off of them word for word, I know what are the main points that I need to say, and I make sure I'm taking out any fluff or unnecessary explanation or detail. So for example, I had a nutritionist client who was wanting to share about 3 condiments that her clients often think are healthy, but they aren't. And she wanted to explain why each one wasn't healthy. And I said, no, just list out what are the 3 condiments that people often think are healthy that aren't. And then if people have more questions about it, they'll put in the comments those questions. And then you can go back and forth with your audience. And you could even make another short that's addressing that question and have more content from it. So don't give away all your explanations. Keep things really simple and condensed. Ask yourself when you script out what you want to say, is this essential to the point that I'm making, or is it fluff? If you want to see how I script an Airtable, again, you can check it out in my behind the scenes video. Also, I see a lot of people introduce themselves in their YouTube shorts. So giving the hook and then saying, hey, I'm Danie and I'm a YouTube coach, yada, yada, yada. I think this is a waste of time, and if you want to share and explain what you do, you can do it in a more subtle way that can go along with your script. So for example, instead of saying, hey, I'm Danie, I'm a YouTube coach, I could say, these are the tips that I would recommend for you as a YouTube coach, right? So be a little bit more subtle and crafty about it, and that can only come if you're scripting out what you're gonna say. So condense that body, baby. The 4th common YouTube short mistake to avoid is having a poor call to action. Now, what is a call to action? A call to action is anything you say to get your audience to do something throughout your video, like go follow you on Instagram, like, subscribe, go check out your free opt-in. And a big mistake that I see new YouTubers make is they say, you can learn more in the description of the short. I know for my long videos like this, I'll tell people you can check out the description box because it's much easier to look at a description in a regular YouTube video. But for a short, it is really hard to get to the description. You gotta go in the corner, click here, click more. It's more than just one step. So I do not recommend telling people to learn more in the description. I honestly think you don't really even need call to actions in your shorts. If people like your YouTube shorts, YouTube is going to recommend more of them and push more of them out. If they watch a majority of that short, you'll probably notice this for yourself. Think about someone you're not even subscribed to, but you've seen a bunch of their shorts because you watched a decent amount and YouTube started pushing more and more of them to you. It's the same thing that's gonna happen with your channel. So it's a waste of time to tell people to like and subscribe for your shorts. People are gonna subscribe anyway and check out your channel if they find what you're saying helpful. But let's say you do want people to go check out your opt-in or read something else you have to say. I recommend to say, check out the comments section. And what you can do is you can add a comment and then you can pin it. It's much easier for people to look at the comments on shorts. And when you pin a comment, it makes it so that's the first comment that people see when they head over to the comments section. The 5th common YouTube shorts mistake to avoid is posting and ghosting. And that means 2 things. Posting and ghosting means to post a short and then not engage with your community after. Your community is so important. Make sure you're always getting back to their comments. The people that are commenting on your videos in the beginning as you grow out, they are the real MVPs, right? I just want to thank right now the people who have been with me since under 1,000 subscribers. I love you so much. I love my whole community, but the people that are with you in the beginning are so special and they really help build up an amazing community on YouTube. So make sure you engage with people right after you post your short. Also, avoiding posting and ghosting means don't just post a video without optimizing it. My prediction, and mark my word, for YouTube Shorts is that YouTube Shorts are gonna, I'm sorry, there's a dog. YouTube Shorts are gonna more and more dominate YouTube's search engine. They're already showing up in YouTube search. And a lot of people right now aren't optimizing their shorts for the search engine. So you and I, though, we are not gonna do that. We're gonna optimize our shorts so that as shorts continue to build and build and build, our videos are doing a great job at showing up in the search engine, having keywords, solid titles, solid descriptions, tags, all of the things. So if you're like, I don't know how to do any of that, you can check out this video where I go more in depth at how to optimize your YouTube Shorts. Now be sure to grab my YouTube Shorts checklist, and if this video is helpful for you, it's so helpful for me, if you can give it a thumbs up, be sure to subscribe, and while you wait for next week's video, check out my playlist all on YouTube Shorts, and I'll see you next time. Also, this is where I'm at right now. This dog, oh my gosh. Look how pretty. Can you see the beach? Oh, so beautiful.